Welcome to the 2020 Litchfield High School Winter Sports and Senior Sports Awards. This event is the high point of the Litchfield High School athletic year. It is a time to celebrate excellence in school athletics, leadership, service, and sportsmanship. The student athletes honored tonight have been chosen for their athletic skill, for their personal character, and for their perseverance. On behalf of Litchfield Athletics, I'd like to offer congratulations to each student athlete. I would also like to thank the parents, friends, teachers, administrators, and coaches who have guided you and encouraged you along the way. There'll be two parts to our award ceremony. Due to the closure of schools, the winter sports never had the conclusion or ceremony of the varsity letters at the end of their season. The first part will be to honor the varsity letter winners and the winter sports teams. First up is swimming and diving, Todd Dyer.
Good evening. First off, I'd like to offer my congratulations to all the athletes, coaches, teams, and especially the parents for this past season. Coming off a successful 2018-19 season, which saw us graduate an amazing senior class that included 3 school record holders, some coaches in the Berkshire League were saying that we were going to have a rebuilding year. What they didn't know is that we had over 16 athletes who had trained spring and fall to be ready for the upcoming season. Additionally, we were bringing in one of the most talented freshman classes I have seen in my 26-year career. We had a number of new athletes added to our roster. The Berkshire League was in for a surprise. One of the keys to our success this season was hard work. Day in, day out, I witnessed the drive of these athletes. As a coach, I believe the combined effort of each team member encourages everyone to do their best and achieve at high levels, and achieve this team did. Through their hard work and dedication, we went on to finish 14-3, with 2 of the losses coming from perennial league powerhouse Northwestern, and another to the defending state champions, Holy Cross. Swimming is a matter of fractions of seconds. And to illustrate how close this is, our second loss to Northwestern was decided by a number of touchouts that amounted to a total of 1.18 seconds. Other highlights was our second place finish at the girls' state meet, second in the Berkshire League, and I would argue that we would have finished in the top 5 in the state if we had been given the chance to compete. Along the way, we broke 5 records this season, some that had stood for over 20 years. I would like to take a moment to name our record breakers now. Breaking the 500 free, 100 backstroke, and 400 freestyle was Danny O'Leary. Breaking the 100 free to add to her previous 4 records, Kenyon Prenovo. First-time record breakers were Ethan Dyer, Sage Sobek, and Will Rodriguez, who joined Danny O'Leary as part of the 4x100 team. And our final new record holder this season was in 1-meter diving by freshman Jackie Kenna, who broke the record set in 1983 by Allison Smith. Congratulations, record breakers. The BO All-Stars this year were Kenyon Prenovo, Lucy Kraut, Danny O'Leary, Kylie Dyer, and Ellen McCarthy. Nice job. The last few years, we have not had a full diving roster. That changed this year with the addition of Jane Zaraketti, Michael Neary, and Jackie Kenna, who along with Jack Morgan made an impressive diving squad. I have to give a shout out to the divers who did double duty, swimming a full practice and then attending diving practice after. Nice job to Michael Neary and Jack Morgan. Way to go. Well, I don't have time to talk about each athlete individually. I want to give a huge shout out to each of the swimmers and divers for putting up with a grueling season to reap the benefits of that hard work and dedication. You gave your all, pushed us to new heights, had PRs and season best performances. We are so proud of you. To the seniors, you have amassed an amazing record of success. I would like to offer special recognition to the seniors for their leadership both in and out of the pool. We are losing a tremendous amount of talent in the senior class. I will spend a few minutes talking about each senior. Will Rodriguez, freestyler, record holder, quiet leader, steady, strong, and deadly. This season, we needed a breaststroker. To our surprise and to Will's, he stepped into the role and just kept dropping time in the 150-yard breaststroke. Although we lost to Northwestern's 200 medley relay team by 0.03 seconds at Berkshire League Championships, we wouldn't have had a chance to even been in the running without Will stepping up into the breaststroke. Brendan Wilson, Freestyler, breaststroker extraordinaire. Brendan, as many of the swimmers call him B-dubs, is another quiet leader, no nonsense, hard worker. One story that he told me he's going to have a breakout championship meet was when we had a power set in practice and Brendan busted out an amazing 100 freestyle that was off the hook. Brendan, I enjoyed getting to know you this season and wish you all the best. Izzy Balaguer. Izzy had swam as a sophomore, and we were excited to have him back on the team this past season. Sprint freestyler, Izzy dropped serious time this season due to his hard work and efforts in the pool. More than his swimming, Izzy is just a great guy who kept us all laughing and improved the overall morale of the team. Really enjoyed getting to know him, and we'll miss his antics and humor next year. Lucy Kraut. As a swim parent the last 2 years, I'd watched Lucy swim and knew her potential. She is bursting with untapped talent and explosive energy. For doing so little outside the swim season, she really has no business swimming as fast as she did. Lucy was our girls' state champion in the 50-yard freestyle, knocking 75 other girls out for that win. Second in the girls' state in the 100 freestyle, and she was a huge part of our winning 4x100 relay at girls' state and winning the BL 200 and 400 relays. Beyond her swimming, Lucy demonstrated her leadership by cajoling her other teammates to rally and produce. Her fighting spirit kept us going and helped forge the team into the championship group that they became. Danny O'Leary. One of our two co-captains, Danny is goofy inside and outside the pool, but once he gets in the water and sets his sights, you can see him flip a switch. He becomes one of the hardest workers on our team. Danny holds 3 school records, and I would argue that he would have got more if states had happened. Kenyon Prenovo races like she isn't afraid of anyone. It is awesome to watch her take down boys twice her size and see the look of shock on their faces. She holds 5 school records. Her versatility has made her an indomitable force in the Berkshire League. We will all miss her music at practice and dancing antics behind the blocks before races next year. Danny and Kenyon, thank you for your leadership this year, your dedication to the sport and to the team. You are all-star leaders, captains, and teammates, and 2 of the greatest swimmers in Litchfield history. Your dedication to the sport is exemplary, and you are both among the top swimmers I've worked with in my career and 2 of the nicest young people I've met. To the seniors, thanks again for your many contributions to the Litchfield swimming and diving team. You will all be missed. Some thank yous. Thanks to Coach Irwin and Kendall for their outstanding coaching and support this season. Special thanks to Mr. Sobak for sharing his expertise and enthusiasm as a volunteer coach. Big thank you to Mr. Weaver for his leadership as our athletic director, and to the administration for their support of athletics at Litchfield. The swimming and diving parents, thank you for all your support and countless hours on the road. I'd like to say thank you to the swimmers and divers of this 2019-20 team, who through their hard work, motivation, and drive made this the most memorable season for me as a coach. Thank you. To my family, thank you, twins, for putting up with your dad, coach. I wouldn't have changed his experience for the world. My final note, the Berkshire League better watch out for us next year. We are returning, and we are hungry. Our letter winners this year. We got our first year varsity letters to Gabe Stradman, Julia Cheng, Sam Klock, Jacqueline Kenna, Pierce Longheed, Hayden Marriott, Isaac Sobek, Spencer White, and Michael Neary. Nice job. Second year varsity letter winners, Jack Morgan, El Demers, and Ellen McCarthy. Way to go. Third year varsity winners, Sage Sobek, Haley White, Ethan Dyer, Kylie Dyer, and Michael Kelleher. On the way. Fourth year varsity, Brendan Wilson, Lucy Kraut, Danny O'Leary, Kenyon Prenovo, and Will Rodriguez. We're going to miss you guys. Thanks, guys.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jason Conway. I'm the assistant ice hockey coach for the Litchfield, Chippewa, Thomaston, Nonawag co-op hockey team. Congratulations to all of the Litchfield High School athletes on all of your individual and team accomplishments this year. And now a few notes from our head coach, Mike Gora, who couldn't be here tonight. The 2019-2020 co-op ice hockey season seems a world away right now, but it ended just 3 months ago. To start the season, the team knew it would have its challenges, losing over 75% of its scoring to graduation the previous season. That, combined with 10 of the 21 players on the roster with 0 high school hockey experience, created some significant hurdles. Despite this, the combined varsity team, consisting of players from Litchfield, Chippewa, Nonwag, and Thomaston, had high hopes for their 20-game schedule. Quickly, the newcomers learned their roles, and the learning curve was steep. Though the wins were elusive, there were only a handful of games in which we were clearly outmatched and managed several 1- and 2-goal games. Injuries to some key producers mid-season set the team back a bit, but the remaining players fought hard and managed to push some strong teams to the limit. Litchfield second-year players, sophomores Alden Susi and Tommy Giraldi, were joined by freshman Thomas Valonis on the team this season. Each were regular contributors and grew tremendously throughout the season as they were thrust into roles usually reserved for more veteran skaters. With the core of the team returning and being joined by some experienced newcomers for the 2020-2021 season, the team is looking forward to continued improvement. Once again, I'd like to congratulate our ice hockey varsity letter winners. First-year varsity letter winner Thomas Valonis, and second-year varsity letter winners Alden Susi and Tommy Giraldi. Congratulations.
Good evening, everyone. First off, I'd like to start off by thanking everyone who supported the team throughout this season. Thanks so much to the parents for getting the girls to practice on weekends and pickups every night. Thank you for the team dinners and for your support in the stands. Without you, we don't have a team. Thanks so much to Kyle Weaver and Ben Stores for keeping everything running smoothly on their end. I'd also like to thank the custodial staff for making sure our facilities were always in tip-top condition. I'd like to say a special thank you to Charles Reese, my assistant. He always had positive things to keep the girls going on the court. He was a great role model for the girls, and his knowledge of the game is very strong. Finally, I'd like to thank the administration for your support when it was needed most. We truly appreciate everyone's efforts in making this season a success. Overall, our team had a record of 5 wins and 15 losses. Many of those losses were games that could have gone either way, with only a few points separation between teams. We had a very young team with 1 senior, 1 junior, 7 sophomores, and 1 freshman. With such low numbers, we often found ourselves battling our opponent as well as injuries or illnesses. Oftentimes, I found myself with a squad of only 7 or 8 girls. These girls never complained, and they never gave up. We took on and beat Wamogo on our home court. Being our arch rival, it was a very sweet victory, with everyone giving it all that they had. Aileen Lennon, our only senior, managed to hold the girls together when things started to get a little dicey. Molly Lennon and Kadri Crapo led the team in scoring while also gaining top spots in the Berkshire League's top scorers category. That's no small feat for sophomores. Mackenzie Shooter and Hayden Southard were our primary ball handlers, as well as significant freshmen with point range. Bell Butler hit a personal goal of over 100 points for the season, often at times hitting those points when they were most needed, giving the team the momentum we needed for our wins. Jeremina Prenovo season ended early due to an injury, but prior to that, she was our top rebounder as well as a force to be reckoned with defensively. Savannah Lee provided strength in the post position on both offense and defense. Isabel Terhune and Avery Dyer both showed considerable improvement over the course of our season while contributing to the overall success of the team. As their coach, I could not be more proud of these girls. As I mentioned earlier, our numbers were low more often than not, but they always gave me their best, fighting until the final buzzer sounded. We look forward to next year with most of the team returning and hopefully a few freshmen to round out our squad. Thank you for all of your support. Varsity Letters first year goes to Hayden Southard, Belle Butler, Savannah Lee, Avery Dyer, Isabel Terhune. Second year varsity letters goes to Kadri Crapo, Molly Lennon, Mackenzie Shooter, Jeremina Prenovo. And third year goes to Aileen Lennon. Congratulations, girls. Thanks for a great season.
This is Dan Gosinski, boys varsity basketball coach. This season was one where our record did not tell the true story about our team. We had a young team with only 3 seniors and one of them out for the season. We needed to replace the majority of our minutes and scoring from a season ago due to graduation. We finished the season 6-14. Of our 14 losses, 9 of those were by 10 points or less. We were learning how to win on the fly, with many new faces becoming focal points this season. It would have been really easy to say, we are young, we're supposed to lose, but this team did the exact opposite. In many ways, this season's team showed that good old Litchfield toughness. On a nightly basis, you knew that you were in for a battle when you played Litchfield, and that is a testament to how hard the guys worked in practice. All of this would not have been possible if not for our great senior leadership. Evan and Luke played different roles this year, but equally important to our success. Evan was the backbone of the program this year, trying to teach a lot of new guys the ins and outs of the offense and defensive schemes. He had a ton on his plate and excelled in that role. He was selected as a second team BL All-Star, which is quite unfair in my mind. He definitely showed that he was one of the 7 best players in the league this year and deserved the first team selection, but at times the voting is unfair. Luke developed into a great extension of the coaching staff this season under tough circumstances. He was the heart and soul of the team emotionally, and it was great to see how involved he still was with our success. Evan, Ajani, and Luke will be sorely missed next season, but we look forward to having them back at practices. The future is bright for the returning group if they're willing to put in the hard work. It's about time we build the championship program that this school and town are used to, and I look forward to the challenge. First year varsity letter winners are JT Thompson, Eric Tiemann, Brody Stevenson, Dylan Brokar, and Tommy Gostowski. Second year varsity letter winners are Luke Parsons and Daniel Dyke. Third year varsity letter winners are Johnny Campbell, Zion Scrapo, and Matt Russo. Fourth year varsity letter winners are Evan Fishthal.
Good evening, everyone. We started our cheerleading season back in mid-November, and it's almost unbelievable to think that we ended just a few weeks before the closure in March. Since then, we haven't been able to see each other as a team, to recap our seasons, or to extend our deepest gratitude towards the parents, the athletes, and especially the seniors. So I want to say first how grateful I am for the opportunity to be here tonight as a group to honor and celebrate the athletes and especially the seniors who are so deserving of this recognition and celebration. This last cheerleading season was made possible by the heart and strength of this senior class: Kylie Pesh, Eliza DeLege, and Clarice Stratman. These 3 girls were the backbone of the team this year for so many reasons. They each shined for their own individual strengths. Kylie's positivity, team management, and choreography. Eliza's incredible memory for cheers and dances and her talents in performing. And Clarice's strength, not just her physical strength as a back, but the strength of her willingness and capacity to push others to work harder and be better. Together, they complemented each other in the ways they supported the team as a whole. I could not imagine this last season without the effort, dedication, and spirit of the 3 of them, and I want to thank them for all that they've done this season and the seasons before. I too want to acknowledge the underclassmen, the returning juniors and sophomores who were excited to jump back into the cheers, new dances, and difficult stunts. They continue to keep me on my toes, yet also keep me grounded. I thank them for their continued dedication to the team. And to the freshmen and new sophomores, those who had cheer experience and those who didn't, they jumped right into learning cheers, jumps, dances, and the ever difficult task of learning how to stunt. I commend these girls. They did an incredible job this year. Our season, as it always does, had its ups and downs, challenges, injuries, and defeats. But looking back, I appreciate the girls stepping out of their comfort zones, trying new and daring stunts, trusting in each other to toss, flip, and catch each other, as well as their ingenuity to create new dances to outperform their rivals, and as always, to encourage their fellow athletes on the court. I'll end by sharing my favorite memory from this season. It was during pep rally, and the faculty band was performing on the gym floor. I don't remember the song, I don't remember how it started, but I won't forget watching the cheerleaders stand up on the sidelines and start to dance along to the music. They clapped, swayed, and rallied more athletes to join in the dance party that had erupted on the court. Watching on from the back, I saw Kylie lead a few other girls to the middle school side of the gym to encourage them to join in the celebration too. The song ended with a gym full of athletes and students of all grades, dancing, singing, and celebrating together as a school. It was this spirit, camaraderie, and unity that I hope the seniors take with them in their next stage in life, whether it be college, the workforce, the military, or other extracurricular clubs or sports. I believe the class of 2020 will continue to teach us all how to spread positivity, inclusiveness, and joy like they did that day. I want to wish each of the seniors the best of luck in their next journey. I'd like to present the first year varsity awards to Clarice Stratman, Emily Pedanici, Jasmina Guaman, and Liana Zayas. Second year varsity letters to Bella Campanelli, Amelia Girardin, Bella Casellas, Shannon Donnelly, and Cheyenne Mazzocchi. Third year varsity letters to Eliza DeLege, and fourth year varsity letters to Kylie Pesh. Congratulations.
Hi, folks. I got to put my coaching hat on. Brent Hawkins here. I'm the indoor track coach. This year we had an experiment with combining Litchfield with Wamogo athletics. It was a great success. Athletes from both schools improved their performance, with several Wamogo junior and senior athletes qualifying for the state championship in the 4x2 relay, the 55 dash, and the high jump. The teams melded as one beautifully from the first day of practice, with Wamogo's kids coming to LHS for the workouts. Most of the practices were inside our hallways, but we were able to go outside a few times and even had a few practices on the track. Litchfield athletes were close in qualifying with an extremely young and/or inexperienced team. All of Litchfield athletes were freshmen and sophomore, except for Zeke Hatfield, a senior running indoor track for the very first time. Kids ran meets at the Floyd Little Athletic Center in New Haven, the James Barber Invitational at Southern Connecticut, as well as the Frostbite Invitational held right here outside at Plum Hill Track, along with Thomaston, Terryville, and Northwestern on a sunny and almost warm winter day. During the year, we had several folks nearly qualify for states. Zeke Hatfield ran the 600 meters at the Frostbite and just barely missed a victory, how he's nipped at the tape. He also barely missed qualifying in the 600. Also close are our 4x200 meter relay team of the Laurie brothers, Max and Leo, and Nathan Ryder. Also, Tommy Eichelhoff got very close in qualifying in the 55 dash. Sophomore Josh Boulier was very consistent in the shot put, while on the ladies' side, Ashlyn Tranquillo was just a mere 2 inches from qualifying in the state championship in the high jump, as she cleared 4 feet 6 inches. Also want to thank my Wamogo conspirator or co-coach, Rob Angelis, for all he's done for all of our kids in track and field and soccer through the years. We had these people as first-year winners. Evan Bryant, who I forgot about, in the 4x2. Evan, congratulations for you. Max and Leo Laurie, Nathan Ryder, Tommy Eichelhoff, and Ashlyn Tranquillo are all first-year letter winners in indoor track. Congratulations.
Thank you, winter coaches. At this time of year, the Berkshire League Athletic Directors honors all the first team, all BL athletes from the league. Unfortunately, this year, the ceremony, the banquet, had to be canceled due to state restrictions. At this time, I would like to honor our fall and winter first team and second team All-Stars. In the sport of field hockey, first team All-League, Casey Small, Brooke Small, Samantha Barnes, Anna Dunn, and Avery Savage. In boys soccer, Timmy Donovan, Daniel Dyke, first team. Second team, Luke Parsons and Daniel Pang. In girls soccer, Francesca Luzzi, Molly Lennon, Allie Davenport, and Christina Orsini, all first team. Second team, Ella Demers and Aileen Lennon. In the winter, first team, all Berkshire League in swimming and diving, Kylie Dyer, Lucy Kraut, Ellen McCarthy, Daniel O'Leary, and Kenyon Proveno. In boys basketball, Evan Fishdahl, second team. In addition to the All-BL, we also had a number of fall all-state athletes. In field hockey, Casey Small, Brooke Small, second team All-State. In girls soccer, Fran Luzzi, Allie Davenport, and Christina Orsini, first team All-State. And in boys soccer, Timmy Donovan, first team All-State, and the first boys soccer player to earn all New England and All-American honors. Congratulations to our first, second, as well as all All-State athletes. That concludes our winter sports. We'll now shift to phase 2 for the Litchfield High School Senior Sports Awards. These sports awards are nominated by the coaches, voted on by the coaches, and this year's talent does not fall short. The first award given out tonight is the Litchfield Sport Booster Club Scholarships. These awards are presented to seniors who apply through the guidance department for these scholarships. There are 5 scholarships given out tonight. Casey Small, Brooke Small, Allison Davenport, Samantha Barnes, and Daniel O'Leary will all be receiving monetary checks from the Sports Booster Club. In addition, the Sports Booster Club also gives out the Bill Dranganis Scholarship Award. This award is presented to a senior graduating Litchfield High School and who intends to pursue a coaching career in the future. Tonight's Litchfield Sport Booster Club Bill Dranganis Scholarship goes to Christina Orsini. Congratulations. Next up is the Litchfield Hills Road Race Scholarships presented by Brent Hawkins.
Hello again, everyone. We weren't sure that the Litchfield Hills Road Race was going to continue with their scholarships this year, but they contacted me a few weeks ago and said that they were up to the task and they were happy to do so. So continuing in a long line of scholarship winners, we have 2 fine seniors this year. The Litchfield Hills Road Race Scholarship winners for Litchfield High School 2020, ladies first, Aileen Lennon. In dual and tri meets, senior Aileen Lennon was a competitive and consistent scorer for the team, throwing the javelin in addition to assisting in the training of our new young throwers. For 2 straight years, she qualified for the Berkshire League and the State Class S Championship in that event. Last year, she also stepped in and ran a leg of the 4x400 meter relay and helped that relay team grab a 6th place ribbon at the Berkshire League Championships. Aileen is moving on to study nursing at Endicott College. We will miss her and wish her the best of luck. On the boys' side, Zeke Hatfield is the winner. Zeke was a huge part of a successful LHS cross-country team, usually placing as the team's either 3rd or 4th place runner. He very nearly qualified for the state championships for the 600 meter dash indoors, even though he was hobbled by injuries for most of the season. We were looking forward to him leading the way in the middle distance races during our outdoor season this year, but unfortunately, that opportunity never materialized. Zeke will be taking his talents to the University of Florida, and we wish him the best of luck. Congratulations to all of the seniors.
The next award is the John Cassidy Award, presented by Jillian Carrasco, varsity cheerleading coach.
Hi again. I am deeply honored and joyed to present the John Cassidy Award to a senior who is amongst the strongest, most compassionate, and kindest person I have ever met, Kylie Pesh. I have been fortunate to get to know Kylie in 2 different roles, not just as her cheerleading coach, but as her school counselor too. I'm grateful to have gotten to know her in both of these capacities. In all areas of her life, Kylie lights up a room with her big smile and her infectious energy. She has an ability to make people feel seen and loved. She looks out for others and has a way of connecting people that wouldn't otherwise. Since I started coaching the cheerleading team in Kylie's sophomore year, she has been an integral part of the team's success. As an underclassman, she brought her infectious spunk and happiness to the group. As a junior, she continued to selflessly dedicate herself to the team and her teammates. She took on leadership roles despite not having the official title, like creating the team gear, managing the orders, helping to choreograph routines, and single-handedly organizing all of the senior gifts. It was no surprise that Kylie was named captain this year as she continued to go above and beyond. She cared deeply about being a supportive and strong leader, pushing the team to greater success while also being caring and sensitive to each girl's individual needs. She also pushed herself athletically, stepping into the most difficult stunting positions. Even while facing her own injuries, she could be found at the center of the pyramid, literally and figuratively holding up her teammates. Every step of the way, she navigated her role as captain and teammate gracefully and selflessly, as she has her entire athletic career. What has been most inspiring about Kylie is her unequivocal strength and resilience after she was faced with 2 incredibly difficult losses in the middle of her sophomore year. Through and yet despite these difficult times, she still wanted to be there for her team. Every game and every practice, she could be found in the front and center of the formation, smiling just as big as always. I've never seen such a demonstrated act of courage, perseverance, and resilience as I did that season. Her approach with schoolwork was the same. She maintained her attendance, she continued to earn stellar grades, and her teachers and I were just amazed by her capacity to remain engaged. Since then, Kylie has made it her mission to remain optimistic and grateful for life's blessings. She has been and continues to be a light in the lives of others. She created a foundation for her sister, encouraging others to celebrate love, compassion, gratitude, forgiveness, joy, and all things bright, and promote random acts of kindness. Kylie is full of life. She inspires me every day to be optimistic, to see the good in others, and to stay grounded when things get tough. Our cheerleading team, our school, and our community are lucky to have had her as a student. I know that all of her future teams, clubs, and communities will be made brighter, better, and stronger with her a part of them. It is with great honor that I present the John Cassidy Award to Kylie Pesh.
Congratulations, Kylie. The second John Cassidy Award will be presented by Lily Toussaint, varsity field hockey coach.
Good evening, everyone. I have been honored tonight to present the John Cassidy Award to a player on my team who is an ideal athlete. 3 years ago, when I started coaching, this young woman in particular was instantly my secret weapon. I watched this player continually add value to our team by giving quiet gestures of support, wisdom, and awareness of the game through focus and overall excellence in performance. My favorite characteristic of this player was watching her grow and surprise herself. There would be times she would carry the ball all the way down the field and score within the first minute of a game. Instead of celebrating, she would look around like she could not believe what she had done. Her modesty is admirable. She is the type of player that would knock down an opponent in a game, then instantly stop to help her up. When her skills were struggling, she would listen to constructive criticism with grace and return to the field with a new focus. Simply watching this player made every one of her teammates want to be better. This athlete has many outstanding accomplishments. She is a 4-year varsity starter, a 3-year Berkshire League All-Star, and a 2-year All-State recipient. She was a part of the Junior Select Game in 2018, a lead scorer, and a vital senior captain. Along with her athletic involvement, she continues to serve her community through volunteering at the Summerfest and is an active member of the Project Purple. Coaching this versatile player has given me a joy that I have never experienced before. She has taught me what the true feeling of being proud is. Watching her work alongside her identical twin together, rather than as a competition, was truly rewarding experience that made me want to continue to better myself as a coach. I am so grateful to have grown into my coaching position with an athlete like her by my side. This year's John Cassidy Award is presented to the genuinely humble athlete, student, and person, Brooke Small. I wish you all the best of luck and cannot wait to watch you play and hear about your accomplishments in field hockey and nursing at Endicott College. I will miss you and the little hop that you did every time that you scored.
The Peter Doughton Award. This is a service award presented to a person or a group of people who have demonstrated exceptional service in the LHS athletic program as a whole. This year's recipient of the Peter Doughton Award goes to a group of people, and it can't be said the amount of support that they've shown for both the boys and girls tennis teams. I'm happy to present the Peter Doughton Service Award to the LHS tennis parents. These parents have supported both the boys and girls programs over the past 3 and 4 years. They've attended all the matches, they provided the snacks, they've made the signs, gave the rides, and championed the LHS tennis teams. In addition, parents have used their own camera equipment to take photos, produce banners of championship teams. They've organized spirit events, both at the BL tournament, publicizing team accomplishments with local media, placemats at local restaurants, and generally being enthusiastic and supportive, a supportive fan at every match. The atmosphere at tennis matches over the past 4 years have been ecstatic. The teams have profited from it. They've been super successful based on the parent support and the support of the coaches. So again, it's with great pleasure that I'll be presenting the Peter Doughton Award, Service Award, to the LHS tennis parents. Thank you. The next award is the Lee Porter Scholarship, presented by Tom Dyer, varsity swimming coach.
Sorry, technical difficulties. Good evening, everyone. Back again, and I am honored to present this award tonight. The Lee Porter Scholarship goes to a senior boy, and this young man during his 4 years displayed outstanding athletic ability, courage, sportsmanship, and team play. Stand up in the pool and on the pool deck, this young man is a credit to his school and to his community. He is genuine and builds a sense of camaraderie with his teammates and everyone around him. His dedication to his team, school, family, and community is exemplary. I've had the pleasure of watching him grow up into the outstanding young man he is today and couldn't be more proud of him. He selflessly dedicates his performance to the betterment of his team. It is my pleasure to award the Lee Porter Scholarship to Danny O'Leary. Congratulations, Danny.
Thank you, Todd. The next award tonight is the Ed Kolakowski Award, presented by Dan Pori, varsity girls tennis coach.
The Edward Kolakowski Award is given each year to a senior in any varsity sport. This student athlete exhibits qualities of good sportsmanship and has maintained a B average throughout his or her career and must be involved in at least one non-sport activity and intends to attend college in the fall. It is my great pleasure to say a few words on behalf of this year's winner, an award-winning two-sport athlete, an exemplary student, a standout vocalist and performer on the stage, and an overall well-rounded, mature, and promising young woman. On the tennis court, this student athlete embodies the best of what LHS girls tennis is about. Entering high school as a novice tennis player, this student slowly and steadily developed her tennis strokes and strategy with focus, grit, and determination to complement her natural athletic skills. By her sophomore year, she was clearly developing into one of the up-and-coming doubles players in the conference. And by junior year, she brought her tennis career to a deserving culmination by earning BL All-Star status and completing an undefeated season at second doubles, 20-0, including state tournament play. In addition to her impressive growth and development on the court, this student was an indispensable vocal and mental leader on the team, constantly raising her voice to support her teammates, talking mental strategy with her doubles partner throughout each match, and leading by example with her desire to improve and learn in each and every practice. If her senior season had not been lost due to COVID-19, I have no doubt that this student athlete and her partner would have ultimately taken home the BL doubles title and made some serious noise in the state open. This student athlete also enjoyed a successful soccer career at LHS. Her coach, Mike Wilson, had this to say about her. On the field, she was one of our key central defenders, but one of her most important roles has been that of our team cheerleader. She could always be counted on to provide her teammates with constant positivity and support, no matter the situation. Every successful team needs someone to take on this role, and she was that person for us. We will miss her consistent play in the middle of the field next year, her encouraging words for her teammates, her hand up, wait a second, and of course her patented 1, 2, 3 team. Outside of athletics, this student has earned accolades in the classroom and has made invaluable contributions to the school community in her time at LHS. A featured member of the chamber choir and frequent solo performer at open mics and Talent in Town, this student has also been a featured performer in the LHS Players' annual musical productions, most recently featuring as Adelaide in Guys and Dolls. She has graced the halls of LHS with her school spirit, her boundless energy, and admirable enthusiasm and drive. A student and athlete truly worthy of recognition, I would like to congratulate Roxanne Snowden on receiving the 2020 Edward Kolakowski Award. Congratulations, Rox.
Thank you, Coach Pori. The next award is the Don Falsetti Award, presented by Jillian Carrasco, varsity cheer coach.
I am proud to present the Donald Falsetti Award to one of the most committed members of the cheerleading team that I have had the pleasure of coaching, Eliza DeLege. Since I met Eliza, she has continually put her love and dedication for cheerleading above everything else. When she joined the team as a young sophomore, she was filled with uncertainty about the many facets of being on the team, navigating the new norms, fitting in with her teammates, and being the odd person out in a stunt group. Despite these challenges and reservations, she stuck with it. Her interest and talent in the sport was steadfast and strong and was the driving reason for sticking it out. In time, I feel that as she gained more confidence in her abilities as a cheerleader, her confidence in herself and as a teammate grew as well. Each cheer and dance, Eliza continued to amaze me with her natural dance abilities. Her form, precision, and performances were amongst the best that I've coached. She could learn and perfect a dance within the first hour of learning it. And whenever we forgot the placement or a move for an older cheer, I knew I could always count on her to remember. And more than that, Eliza was dependable in every way. She was always the first person at every game and every practice. Even despite an injury in her junior and sophomore years, when she couldn't perform or stun, she was at every practice and didn't skip a beat when she returned. As a senior, this girl rose to the top as she was named one of the captains, and she without a doubt deserved that role. I watched her gracefully navigate the difficult task of co-leading a team, organizing and motivating those around her, while also learning to face the feedback that comes with making decisions for a group. I believe that she has come to find her voice, confidence, and maturity from her time on the team and her time as captain. Overall, I am so proud of her strength, resilience, and confidence, not just as an athlete, but as a young woman. I hope she continues to cheer and dance in the next chapter of her life. With that said, the recipient of the Donald Falsetti Award goes to Eliza DeLege.
Congratulations, Eliza. The next award is the Ed Munson Jr. Scholarship Award, presented by Mike Wilson, varsity girls soccer coach.
Good evening, everybody. The Eddie Munson Jr. Scholarship Award is awarded annually to a senior student athlete with exceptional athletic ability along with high academic standards. The winner must also exhibit good sportsmanship, fairness, integrity, and openness to learning and embracing new ideas. This year's recipient is a four-year varsity soccer player whose contributions to the LHS girls soccer program cannot be understated. This student athlete has consistently excelled both in the classroom as well as in the soccer field. As a soccer player, she has a phenomenal ability to get herself into a position to score goals, so much so that her efforts have cemented her spot in the Litchfield High School girls soccer record books as the all-time leading scorer with 75 career goals, an amazing accomplishment. Throughout her soccer career at LHS, especially during her junior and senior years, her teammates could count on her to put the ball in the back of the net. One of the most memorable goals she scored was her game winner this year against Housatonic, our BL rival. It was an exciting moment, one that we will remember for a long time. This player's abilities led her to be selected to the All-Berkshire League first team and All-State team in both her junior and senior years. This student athlete has certainly left her mark on the LHS girls soccer program and contributed to our success over the past 4 years. We can't wait to see what the future holds. We know she'll succeed in whatever she chooses to do. I am proud to award this year's Eddie Munson Jr. Scholarship Award to Christina Orsini.
Congratulations, Christina. At this time, I would like to present Christina Orsini with a plaque signifying her career accomplishments as an LHS girls soccer player. As Coach Wilson stated, Christina amassed 75 goals in her 4 years at Litchfield High School. Her freshman year, she scored 9, started heating up in her sophomore year with 20 goals, followed it with 22 her junior year. In her senior year, finished with 24 goals to give her a grand total of 75 and the all-time leading girls soccer scorer for LHS. In addition to her 75 goals, Christina was first team All-BL in soccer in 2017, 18, and 19. She was also first team All-State in 2018 and 19. Again, Christina, congratulations on this achievement. You will be missed, and you'll go down in the annals of girls soccer as one of the best players in the program. The second Eddie Munson Jr. Scholarship Award will be presented by Lily Toussaint, varsity field hockey coach.
Hello again. Okay. When I think of this player, what comes to mind is an enthusiastic, cheerful, responsible, trustworthy, and most of all, exceptional athlete. She has certainly been impactful as one of the most coachable student athletes I have ever had the pleasure to work with. She always gives her best and finds a way to be a role player in the success of her team. She has incredible tenacity when she takes the field and competes with a champion's heart. This player is an inspiration to her teammates, her classmates, and friends to any fan that has watched her. Through practice and hard work, she started all 4 years and was first team All-Star 3 years in a row, as well as a 3-year All-State player. She holds the record for number of goals scored in a 4-year career for LHS field hockey and was named the best field hockey player in the Berkshire League. She understands the game better than anyone and practices more than anyone. She exemplifies how a young woman should conduct herself on and off the field. The team's success was her priority, and she was determined to do whatever possible to make the field hockey team noticed. From day one of practice, she had led by example. Her passion for the game and maturity plays a large role in how she conducts herself as a captain and athlete. Her skills were highly noticed by all coaches, and she commanded the respect of not only her teammates, but her opponents as well. She has an outstanding work ethic, proven leadership skills, and can play any position on the field, and willingly offered to play wherever she was needed, although we all know that she would be wherever the ball was. Her field hockey skills are phenomenal, sometimes unbelievable. This athlete is an example for all athletes to follow. She always puts her team first, never complains, and consistently strives to improve. She works well under pressure and has always been selected as the person to take penalty strokes, be the speaking captain throughout games, and use every bit of steam left in overtime, which in field hockey is referred to as sudden death. She is my only captain to never be carded, even during the most heated game, and she is the first up and ready to shake hands and compliment her opponents, win or lose. I truly believe this athlete took my lame saying, "You've got to want it more," and used it as her daily motto to push the team to meet goals that 3 years ago would have simply been impossible without her. Her hard work and success over her varsity career have led to the most recognition Litchfield field hockey has seen in over a decade. And John McKenna said it best, it was no small feat in getting there. Although she will be missed, it is without a doubt in my mind she will find success as she pursues nursing and field hockey at Endicott College in the fall. That being said, it is my absolute pleasure to award the Ed Munson Scholarship to Casey Small.
Congratulations, Casey. The Coaches Team Player Award. Tonight, we'll be presenting 3 Coaches Team Player Awards. The first 2 will be presented by Todd Dyer, varsity swimming coach.
All right, hello again. I'm so excited to be back, and I'm honored to award two coaches awards this season. Both athletes are a coach's dream. They are immensely coachable. They're intensely interested in improving their skills, fitness, and performance, always motivated to succeed, and always eager to work hard, push themselves to new levels of performance. My first coach's award goes to an athlete who has made swimming her primary focus in high school. She's dedicated herself to year-round training. Her performance is evident of that commitment. 5-time record holder, her versatility is one of the factors that made her so dominant in the Berkshire League. A competitor, the swimmer knows how to have fun and stay relaxed on the pool deck, but even more importantly than staying, she's able to stay cool under the pressure. She's able to motivate and inspire her teammates to incredible performances. One of my favorite memories this season was her amazing leg on our winning 4x100 freestyle relay at Girls Splash against Northwestern. It was incredible to watch her dominate her competitors, and I don't think I've ever jumped that high in the air. First coach's award goes to Kenyon Prenovo. Congratulations. The second coach's award goes to a swimmer who has committed himself to honing his swimming all 4 years. He's trained year-round throughout high school. He's a relentless competitor and willing to swim whatever events we needed him to. His versatility makes him a challenge for other coaches because he can swim almost any event and they never know where he's going to show up. One of my favorite memories was the swimmers when he surprised Chipaw's top freestyler last year and knocked him out among the also his record-breaking swims. He is a go-to finisher and will leave everything he has in the pool every single race. 3-time record holder, this swimmer possesses boundless energy and enthusiasm. It is my pleasure to award this year's Coach's Award to Danny O'Leary.
Congratulations, Kenyon and Dan. The third Coach's Team Player Award will be presented by Lily Toussaint, varsity field hockey coach.
One of this year's Coaches Player Awards goes to an athlete who is the true definition of a born leader. She has developed into an integral force for the girls' field hockey program over the past 4 years. When I first met this individual, I instantly thought she was a senior based on her ability to create team cohesion. She is a lively young lady with a fierce competitive drive who without a doubt put the team before herself. She has found a real passion inside of her, and her enthusiasm for the sport is infectious, the type of player that without her on the field creates an instant void. Even though this player is a midfielder by nature, she had no problem moving to defense when our center suffered a concussion halfway through the season. Not only did she willingly take on the position with no questions asked, she excelled at defending the goal and communicating with her fellow teammates. As a mid, she defined the saying, laying it on the line. Not a single game went by where she didn't carry the ball all the way down the sideline and lay her entire body down to keep it inbounds when passing to a forward. A lot of times recognition for winning games goes to the goalkeeper for the save she makes. Other praise goes to the players who scored goals. Not a lot of glory goes to the player assisting goals in the season. This player leads the team with assists. Having this athlete on the field gave the team a huge boost in confidence. She plays the game with a no-nonsense attitude that made each player strive to do better. She is an instant motivator on and off the field. There is nothing more this athlete wanted than to see the team improve and succeed. Our team had 3 big goals over the last 3 years: win games, make it to states, and receive a Berkshire League title. This player always made sure that the team was just as focused and determined to make it happen as she was. Voted captain by her peers, she embraced her position and helped the Cowgirls to a very impressive 3-year run, as she and her fellow teammates received the 2019 on the BL banner. While her goals for the team were her main focus, she was recognized as a Berkshire League All-Star for 3 years in a row. This player has incredible mental toughness and holds the team to a high standard. She sets the bar even higher for herself, and that is the level of personal accountability that has led her teammates to respect and follow her. She will be sorely missed not only for what she has done for the field hockey team, but for all she has done to help make the program a better place now and in the future. As she will continue to thrive in her future at the University of Michigan, I am pleased to announce Sam Barnes will leave LHS as a strong representation of the Coaches Player Award.
Congratulations, Sam, and thank you, Lily. Our next award is the most dedicated female, presented by Mike Wilson, girls varsity soccer coach.
The Most Dedicated Female Athlete Award is awarded annually to a senior student athlete who is dedicated to her sport during and outside of the school season. This athlete's main goal is to improve her ability. This year's Most Dedicated Female Athlete recipient is a 4-year varsity soccer player who has consistently worked hard to become a better individual and team player. As I'm sure her teammates would agree, she has a tremendous work ethic and is always pushing herself to improve. This player was always asking questions about her technique, game strategy, and how to improve, even staying after practice to work on various aspects of her game. Whether during practices or games, this student athlete was always focused and determined, raising the level of play of those around her. Perhaps the most impressive and noticeable instance of her dedication to improving her ability was the work she put in during the off-season between her junior and senior years, playing club soccer, futsal, and working on her individual skills on her own time. As a result, she crushed her junior year scoring tally of 10 goals and scored 18 goals during her senior year. Her efforts were rewarded when she exceeded her personal goal and earned a spot not only on the All-Berkshire League first team, but also on this year's All-State team. This student athlete has been a major part of our program's success over the past 4 years. In addition to soccer, this student athlete also began playing tennis her junior year, a sport she had never played before. She learned quickly, put in the work during practices, and ended up going undefeated at 16-0 in her third double spot. Extremely impressive, considering she bought a racket and shoes 2 weeks before the season started. This is another instance of her working hard to improve her abilities. We're excited to see what the future brings for this promising student athlete. We know she'll do great as she continues her journey in college in the fall. I am proud to award this year's Most Dedicated Female Athlete Award to Allie Davenport.
Congratulations, Allie. The next award is the Most Dedicated Male, presented by Robin Drulis, boys varsity soccer coach.
Before I start, I'm going to take a page out of Hawk's book and put my coaching cap on. It says Litchfield Boys Soccer on there. But anyways, congratulations to all the seniors on their great careers at Litchfield High School. I'm here to present the Most Dedicated Male Athlete for 2019-2020. A famous football coach, NFL legend, Vince Lombardi once said, was asked what mental toughness and dedication were. His answer, and I quote, was, "It's that perfectly disciplined will that refuses to give in." You could call it character in action. Well, for the past 2 years, for the boys soccer team, we had a student athlete who showed that perfectly disciplined will that never gives in under any circumstances. And his name is Luke Parsons. In the fall of 2018, we had high expectations for the forthcoming season with a talent group of players and a season ahead looking promising. Luke, a junior at the time, with not a lot of varsity experience, was asked to step into the role of left back. And if you know the game of soccer, left back is not an easy position, and Luke embraced it. He didn't make a lot of mistakes. We had a phenomenal season where we went on to win the Berkshire League Championship and made it to the state semifinals and lost to eventual champion Old Saybrook. I think it was during that season that Luke actually learned how to be a leader and learned how to be a dedicated leader. This past season, after graduating 9 starters, we had a bunch of holes to fill. And Luke decided, I actually asked Luke, would you be willing to step into the midfield role to fill a gap that we lost an all-state, two-time all-state player and a great guy in Charlie Shanks. And Luke stepped right into that role and was incredible as a leader. He led the young team to a great season. Once again, we finished second in the Berkshire League and lost in the second round of the Class S state championship tournament. For me, it wasn't all about that. It was about the way Luke presented himself on the field every single day in the training sessions, leading the young guys, being that vocal leader, being dedicated to getting us better. And that's why he's getting this award. His coach, basketball coach, Coach G, Dan, had this to say about him. This season presented Luke with some challenging circumstances for any athlete to deal with. Throughout the season, he handled the situation with great class. Luke developed into a pivotal extension of the coaching staff this season. I recall timeouts throughout the season when Luke took charge of the huddle, trying to motivate the teammates. I didn't have to say anything or any words. He was the heart and soul of the team, and emotionally, it was great to see how he was involved and how he was involved with our success. I think Dan said that earlier, but for me, that's the kind of kid Luke was, and I really hope that his future is bright for him. He is probably one of the most dedicated kids I've ever had to coach at Litchfield High School. And I can't be more happier to present this award to Luke Parsons, Semper Fi, and I wish you much success in the future. Luke Parsons, 2020 most dedicated student athlete on the male side.
Thank you, Rob, and congratulations, Luke. The next award tonight is the CIC Scholar Athletes. Every year, every high school in the state of Connecticut, public high school, selects one male and one female student athlete. These student athletes' athletic and academic careers have been exemplary, whose personal standards and achievements are a role model to others, and who possesses high levels of integrity, self-discipline, and courage. This year, both Francesca Luzzi and David O'Hara were supposed to represent Litchfield High School in May at the CIC Scholar Athlete Banquet at the AquaTurf. Fran is ranked first in terms of GPA among her classmates. Over her 4 years at Litchfield High School, she has earned varsity letters in soccer, basketball, and in tennis. David is ranked 12th in terms of GPA among his classmates. He has earned varsity letters in golf over his high school career. It is with great pleasure that I present this year's 2020 CIC Scholar Athlete Awards to Francesca Luzzi and David O'Hara. Congratulations. The Grand Master of Sports Award. This award is presented annually to any senior athletic who receives 10 or more varsity letters in his or her high school career. In the past, we've had double-digit winners. This is the first year in my tenure as athletic director, we only had one student athlete reach 10 or more varsity letters in their athletic career. It is with great pleasure that I present Aileen Lennon with the Grand Master of Sports Award at Litchfield High School. Aileen has earned 4 varsity letters in soccer, 3 in basketball, and 4 in track and field to give her a grand total of 11 out of 12 varsity letters. Congratulations, Aileen. The Most Outstanding Female Athlete, presented by Dan Pori, varsity girls tennis coach.
In my 8 years as a coach, I do not believe there has been a more deserving recipient of the award for Most Outstanding Female Athlete than this year's winner. Truly, this student athlete exemplifies the superlative of outstanding on every possible level. On the soccer pitch and tennis court, as a teammate, captain, and leader, in her sportsmanship and respect, in her work ethic and drive, in her mental acuity, fortitude, and passion, and in her maturity and perspective, this student is simply outstanding, exemplary, exceptional, and of the highest order. While this student athlete also completed a decorated career on the LHS soccer team, including multiple All-BL seasons, All-State honors, and serving as captain, I will focus my remarks on her accomplishments and impacts on the tennis team. As her tennis coach, I can attest that this student athlete not only led our team with her excellent performance on the court, but also fundamentally elevated the level of our entire program through her leadership. On the court, there is no shortage of accolades to discuss. As a freshman, she stepped onto a team that had just won the BL title the previous season and immediately earned the second singles spot on our roster. In that role, her athleticism and mental and physical toughness carried her to a 14-2 record and the number 5 overall ranking in the conference, consistently defeating players 3 to 4 years older than her and with far more tennis experience. After her successful freshman year, she had the vision and decisiveness to embrace her potential in tennis and began attacking the off-season with lessons, USTA tournaments, and even making the tough choice to discontinue playing basketball, a sport that she had played with passion for many years. As a sophomore, her hard work paid off as she met her personal goal of making BL All-Star for the first time and helped lead our team to its first undefeated season since 1973. As she transitioned from promising underclassman to team leader as a junior, she took over the number 1 singles role and was selected as a team captain. I cannot tell you how many times opposing BL coaches went out of their way to tell me how blown away they were by the improvement that this athlete had made between her sophomore and junior seasons. She went from an exemplary athlete and expert strategist to a confident and well-rounded attacking tennis player who simply dominated her matches. In her junior season, she went 15-1 at number 1 singles, made BL All-Star for the second straight year, and finished runner-up in the BL singles tournament. Further, this student led the team on a memorable run to the Class S tournament semifinals, winning all 3 of her matches against the first singles players from other top schools in the state. In her senior season that never was, she was the prohibitive favorite to not only win the BL singles title, but had a great chance to become only the second player in program history to earn all-state honors at the State Open. And I truly believe in my heart would have led our team to the first Class S team tournament title in program history. Beyond these tangible on-court accomplishments, this student is as relentless a competitor as I have ever coached, with an insatiable drive to learn, improve, and grow. This manifested itself on the tennis court with the best in-match and match-to-match strategy and adjustments I have had the pleasure to witness. She demands excellence from herself, which without a doubt has impacted her teammates and our entire tennis program. I have seen her peers and the younger players on the team emulate her focus, drive, and the passion for the sport. Through her leadership, the preparations the team was making for the 2020 season were unlike anything I have seen in my coaching career. The entire team was taking lessons, participating in group clinics, and recruiting players to fill out our roster to make a run at a 3rd consecutive BL title and a Class S team state title. Further, the example this student provided for our team went beyond a desire to win. She epitomized sportsmanship in its highest form, respecting her opponents and the sport by competing with 100% effort and honor at all times, and offering signs of respect and appreciation for the efforts and challenges that her opponents provided her before, during, and after matches. This leadership was a major factor in our team earning the Ted Alex Sportsmanship Award in 2019, which is determined by the votes of opposing coaches and players, and as my fellow BL coaches know, is not typically awarded to the league champion. This, in many ways, is as fitting of a tangible tribute to this player as I can think of. Championship caliber on the court and championship caliber of character off of it. Since the moment I knew I would have the honor of presenting the award for Most Outstanding Female Athlete for 2020, I have been at a loss for how to fit everything that deserves to be said about this student into a 5-minute speech, which I'm sure I've gone over by now. I have gotten to know this student extremely well over the past 6 years in my roles as her band teacher, jazz band director, tennis coach, independent study coordinator, and playing alongside her in the school pit orchestra and co-coaching the rec department tennis camp together with her. The list of accolades and superlatives for this student far exceeds what can be condensed into this format. I hope that it suffices to say that I have without a doubt become a better teacher, a better coach, and a better person because I have had the opportunity to know her. And I am forever indebted to the lasting impact that she has had on me, on our tennis program, and on our school community. Congratulations to Francesca Luzzi, our 2020 Most Outstanding Female Athlete.
Thank you, Coach Pori. Fran, congratulations. Our next award is the Most Outstanding Male Athlete, presented by Dan Gazinski, varsity boys basketball coach.
Thanks, Kyle. Tonight, I would be presenting the Most Outstanding Male Athlete Award. This award is presented to an athlete with the utmost athletic ability, commitment, character, and citizenship. This year's recipient exhibits what this award is all about. This student athlete had quite a senior year before it was cut short. He is a 3-sport athlete. He made second team and honorable mention in his respective seasons. Let's start with the fall season. This student athlete was a key contributor and leader to the successful soccer season. They had a great season, and the infusion of this athlete was a key part of the success. I talked to Coach Andrulis about this player, and this is what he had to say. First day of practice this past fall, he showed up. I did not think he would, but he did. I asked him, was he just giving it a try? And he said, no, coach, I'm here for the season. That's what Evan is all about. All in, all the time. He has outstanding physical ability and a great attitude. We put him on the spot after graduating 9 starters from 2018, and he took that challenge and became one of the best central defenders in the league. Having not played competitive soccer for almost 10 years, he really impressed me as well as the other coaches in the league. He was an honorable mention for all league, and we certainly would not have had the year we had if he had not decided to give it a go back in August. And most of the season, he was playing injured. That, to me, is what outstanding really means. I couldn't agree more with Coach Andrulis. The maturity and leadership I witnessed him have on the soccer field gave me a glimpse of the leader I would have on the hardwood. When basketball season began, Evan hit the ground running, trying to help the many newcomers to the varsity level. He was an extension of the coaching staff and took great pride in teaching his teammates the right way to do things, or the Litchfield way to do things, as we say. He was a great captain, leading by example and making sure he was the hardest working guy in the gym, day in and day out. Evan had tremendous responsibility placed on his shoulders this season, and I commend him for the job he did. Our team improved every day of the season, not just from game to game, but practice to practice. There was a lot of room for growth, and Evan and I would talk about it quite often. He would reassure me almost daily that we would keep working as hard as possible to improve. I think Evan was the exact captain we needed this season with a younger group of guys. He is a soft-spoken leader, but he definitely came out of his shell this season and yelled a couple of times. I was proud that I had rubbed off on him a little bit. He didn't need to yell, though. He led by example, and the rest of the league noticed too. Evan would draw the other team's best defender on a nightly basis and have to find ways to score and get open. He did not have one easy night all season. To me, the true testament of an all-league player or most outstanding player is the one player on the other team that you recognize as the one who needs to be stopped. The game plan is set up to slow down or limit that player. That is what happened to Evan 21 nights last season. The reason Evan is the most outstanding is because he still strived with defenders draped on him every night. Evan averaged just over 15 points a game this season and about 8 rebounds a game. He was selected as a second-team BL All-Star, which is unjust, but sometimes how things shake out. He deserved to be a first-teamer, and everyone who saw him play throughout his career at Litchfield, and more importantly this year, can attest to that. He was our floor general and the voice everyone looked to for guidance. He has so much natural ability and knowledge of the game, and I hope his teammates value the time they had with him. All the awards and accolades are great, but I'm going to miss the man Evan has become. We have formed a great relationship, and I'm going to miss that. I know he's going to move on and do great things. I wish him the best of luck next year at Salve and hope he will come back to practices next year and challenge his brother. Without further ado, the 2020 recipient of the Most Outstanding Male Athlete Award is Evan Fishthal.
Evan, congratulations. Our final award tonight is the Jules Rabbit Ballard Award, presented by Mike Wilson, girls varsity soccer coach.
Hello again. The Jules Rabbit Ballerin Award is awarded annually to a senior student athlete who has been apprised by the coaches of the Berkshire League. This awardee possesses exceptional athletic ability and maintains scholastic grades commensurate with her ability. This year's Ballerin Award recipient is a 4-year varsity soccer player and tennis player whose grit, drive, and intensity are noticeable anytime she takes the court or field, no matter if it's a practice, match, or game. In the truest sense, she is a leader by example. Her teammates can attest to the fact she gives it her all in everything she does, while at the same time encouraging others around her to raise their own level of play. In her quest to continuously improve at her craft, she is constantly asking questions and always thinking about and wanting to discuss which strategy, formation, or tactic will lead to better outcomes for both herself and the team. In addition to proving herself in the soccer field, she's equally as talented on the tennis court and has been a standout there as well. Her intensity and focus in the athletic arena are matched in the academic arena. Her efforts in and out of the classroom have earned her several recognitions. This year, she was ranked first in her class academically. Athletically, in addition to the tennis accolades Mr. Pori already mentioned, she earned a spot on the All-Berkshire League first team for soccer, as well as a spot on the All-State team for soccer. This amazing student athlete leaves behind a tremendous legacy, and we can't wait to see where the future takes her. I am proud to award this year's Jules Rabbit Ballerin Award to Francesca Luzzi. Congrats, Fran.
Thank you, Coach Wilson. Francesca, congratulations again on the Jules Rabbit Ballerin Award. I'd like to offer my congratulations once again to all the 2020 Litchfield High School Senior Sports Award recipients here tonight. Thank you to the LHS student athletes, parents, teachers, coaches, and administrators who have been a part of Litchfield Athletics over this past year. While it's been a unique year, I want to thank you for participating in tonight's ceremony. On a side note, all awards tonight for the seniors may be picked up on Monday, June 15th, between 8 a.m. and noon at LHS. Stay healthy, stay strong, keep living forward. Be well.